Hello everyone, welcome back to another video people, and in this one we're going to be previewing Arsenal's home match which is coming up against West Ham United tonight at the Emirates Stadium. And it is a big one, as all the matches seem to be, of course, because at the pointy end of the Premier League it feels like you do have to keep up the winning streak in order to maintain your title challenge, especially in light of the fact that Liverpool and Manchester City both won over the last couple of days. Liverpool beating Burnley 2-0 on Boxing Day, and Man City winning last night against Everton 3-1. So it's meant that Liverpool are 2 points clear of Arsenal. So if we are to regain that top spot, we do need to beat West Ham United tonight. So it is a big game, people, and West Ham have been in decent form lately. They're up to 6th in the Premier League. They've accumulated 30 points. So they're currently, I believe they're 10 points behind Arsenal, who are currently on 40 or 39, one of the two. So they've done very well. And of course, their danger players, the likes of Lucas Paqueta from midfield, playmaker, creating opportunities, providing assists to the likes of Bowen, and also Kudus, who's been fantastic this season since his arrival from Ajax. And James Ward-Prowse has also been pretty impressive in midfield as well. So West Ham do have players that can cause Arsenal problems. I think Arsenal have to approach this game with a positive intention to try and gain control of the match. And it all starts from our possession-based build-up in the midfield. Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, Zinchenko popping into midfield, and it'll be interesting to see who our third midfielder will be, because obviously Havertz is going to be suspended for this one. Whether or not Trossard plays that left 8 role, I would favour that option. I think Trossard is very skilled on the ball, very well balanced. He can use both feet and he's very agile. So I feel that suits the left 8 role, because he'll be able to take the ball from Declan Rice and do a little pivot on the ball and then position his body from facing the defence into the attack very quickly, because he has that agility and flexibility in his movements. So I think he would make a good number 8 for us for this game. And he also has that ability to link the play a progressive pass, play passes in close quarters. So I think he'll link up pretty well with Odegaard, and I think that makes sense. And then I would stick with Saka on the right of the front 3, Jesus down the middle. The question mark has come up whether or not it's time to give Martinelli a rest, because maybe he's been a bit run down, or he's not quite been at his best in the last few matches. I'm not 100% sure. I don't have strong feelings either way on this one, but I do feel like it is a squad game, and we do have a lot of matches coming up over the next few weeks. So why not shake things up, give Reiss Nelson a try on the left? I would be tempted to go down that route. Play Nelson on the left, Saka on the right, Jesus through the middle, and you could always bring Martinelli off the bench with that extra freshness in the second half if needed. And yeah, that's what I want to see, people, I think, in terms of a lineup. And then in the defence, obviously, starting in the goal, Raya as goalkeeper, right back Ben White. I'd keep Zinchenko at left back. I was interested to see that a lot of people were questioning Zinchenko's performance against Liverpool in terms of his defending and allowing Salah in on his left foot for the goal. And I do understand that a defender's primary role is to defend, and maybe at times Zinchenko isn't as solid or assured in the tackle as some other defenders. But you have to remember, he does have quite a light frame, so his body weight wouldn't be as heavy as some other defenders and fullbacks in the league. So a strong tackling game isn't necessarily his strength. Where maybe he could look at improving his defending is maybe that awareness of reading what the attacker is likely to do. So if Salah is, as we know, left-footed, he's likely going to cut in on his left. So maybe if Zinchenko were to shield him down the line, that would be a more effective defensive play. But I think his defending has been pretty good. He's also won some headers, and he has won a few tackles, and he's got his body in the way for a few interceptions. But what I really love about Zinchenko's play is his flair on the ball and his ability to receive the ball and his first touch and the way he manoeuvres his body. I mentioned this about Trossard. I feel with Zinchenko it's quite similar. He's got that ability to pivot when he receives the ball and open up his body to find a different angle. And he's got a good first time cushion pass on him. He's got a progressive pass in his locker. So he's got good vision, good execution of his passing. Yes, he does occasionally give the ball away in risky areas by playing a square ball across the box, Arsenal's defensive box, and that is the risk reward you do get with a player like Zinchenko, who does look to progress the play. He's a risk reward type player, but I definitely think the positive outweighs the slight question marks about his maybe defensive deficiencies. So I would keep Zinchenko there, people, at left back. Ben White at right back. Saliba and Gabriel have been absolutely immense this season, people. Absolutely incredible. And that partnership is a real reason why we are in the mix to be at the top of the league if we were to beat West Ham. So really looking at that lineup, people, I think it will be strong enough against West Ham United. And with a bit of luck, we can take control of the game early, get our noses in front, and look to build off a position of strength and not retreat and let West Ham back into the game. I'd like to see Arsenal maintaining their strategy throughout and not taking their foot off the gas in any way, shape or form, because we did see last year, I know it was at the London Stadium, but we got out to a 2-0 lead against West Ham, and then we stopped doing what we'd been doing in that first 15 minutes, and West Ham came back into the game to draw 2-2. So I'm looking at Arsenal to be consistent across the 90 minutes with their approach, and with a bit of luck, people, we can score a few goals and win this one with a degree of authority. That's what I want to see. All right, people, let me know if you've got any thoughts on the lineups, on how you see the game panning out, and how important is it, how much of a test will West Ham pose? And we'll be back on the other side to review what went down. All right, people, peace, love.